Welcome to season 2 of On the Spot. At On the Spot, we discuss the issues.
We all know that Sierra Leone is one of the most beautiful countries in the world, with a beautiful landscape, breathtaking beaches, and more. Now, aside our natural resources, culture, and the warmth of our people, we are said to have one of the most healthiest and tastiest cuisine in the world, such that Sierra Leone jollof beat that of Ghana and Nigeria to win first place at the Demand Africa 2019 Jollof Fest competition in the United States. So many thanks to the amazing 26-year-old chef Carol Mabinti Kanu of Mabin's Kitchen for making us proud. So on this episode, I'm sure you've guessed, we'll be talking food. Well, earlier on, I caught up with my guest and her partner to try out one of Sierra Leone's most underappreciated yet very healthy food called funde. My guest is a seasoned fusion chef, musician and author who started cooking from the early age of 8. For her, cooking is a lifelong passion, just like her music. Well, she joins me on the show to talk more about food, music and book. Let's see. Come on. Hello!
Oh my God!
First of all, Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year!
This has been an interview that has been long
What?
overdue.
Super overdue.
So I am so happy to be catching you, and of course today there's so much going on.
Oh wow, Stella, I can't even start. Well, I don't even know where to start. I mean, first of all, let me give you a hug again.
Thank you so much for joining me here on the spot. Right. My guest is Renata Mang-Kaprr. I love that name. Trust me, that's like one of my favorite names.
That's one of the oldest. It's one of the oldest names from the north. It's sort of like it's my great grandmother's name. Okay. And it's like mistress of ceremony.
Okay.
Yeah, but you don't find out with Mang-Kaprrs anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Last one standing. Well, like I said, she is a fusion chef, a musician, and also an author. Beautiful one. So we're right here.
Right.
Today is quite exciting. It's quite interesting.
Right.
So in the middle of the whole conversation, she's going to be showing us a little bit of how to make this and how to make that. So what are we making tonight?
Right, today we're having jollof arancini bowls.
Okay.
In fact, arancini is with jollof as in jollof rice.
Okay.
Arancini is a rice bowl, an Italian rice bowl actually.
Okay.
But I sort of like incorporate that, hence the fusion.
Okay.
So it's jollof arancini bowls. Basically, what I'm gonna do is, we cook our jollof rice, which I've done already, to show you. Okay? So basically we cook our jollof rice like salon style.
Salon style.
I mean, obviously, it's not like jollof wars anymore, but we cook one of the best.
Of course. Of course.
So, all my friends from Nigeria and everywhere, please do not kill me. We won the jollof wars. Anyway,
absolutely.
Jollof rice. So we've cooked our jollof rice, obviously Sierra Leonean style.
Okay.
And now I'm going to use mincemeat because it's going to be like a stuffed jollof bowls.
Okay.
So jollof rice, now we're going to do the mincemeat. And the ingredients I'm going to use, it's onions, and I've got spring onions that will come in the end. I've got oregano, and I've got all seasoning, all spice seasoning, garlic, nene coro chilies, of course, from Sierra Leone. And this is just chicken cubes. And then we've got pine nuts.
Pine nuts?
Yes, pine nuts. And pine nuts you use to make pesto. Use them in a lot of ways now, pine nuts.
Do we have pine nuts in Sierra Leone?
We don't really have pine nuts in Sierra Leone. These I brought over from Brussels.
Okay.
But like I said, I'm a fusion chef. I've used the same recipe with egusi.
Egusi, and it worked?
And it works.
Okay.
As long as the egusi is peeled and roasted.
Okay.
I've done that with
That's
egusi,
fine.
but I went to the market, I was in a rush today, and I couldn't find egusi vendor.
Okay.
So anyway, no problem. If you haven't got pine nuts, egusi works perfectly. I've done it for parties, and it's a bang. And this is Sierra Leone wild basil, which is patmenji.
Patmenji.
I love patmenji because our patmenji has a nice aroma. My God, sweet, but, and then I like using the buds as well.
Oh, really?
Yes, the buds are really
that's a
aromatic. Yes, I use them to garnish the food. So you'd see at the end, for garnishing, and you can use them as well in your plate.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is now, I've got my minced meat.
Okay.
Which is like 100 grams, it depends. This is about 200 grams. That can give you more or less about, say, 20 to 30 bowls, depending how big they are. So basically, Stella, come with me. Okay. Would you like to hold this then?
Absolutely.
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
Let's start cooking. So I'll obviously start off with the garlic. Maybe you should push aside a little bit. Always the garlic first, so I can infuse. The oil will be infused with garlic, so it gives you a nice taste.
Okay.
And then I'll add my onions.
Okay.
And then we stir that a bit.
So beautiful.
Can you smells
divine. Smells divine.
Hey, divine, the smell is to die for. And then I'll put my mince.
Okay.
So you have to sort of like, it doesn't have to be too caramelized.
Okay.
But then add your
And
mince.
that goes in. Okay.
Oops. Okay. So you see mince.
Okay.
Okay. Can you just hold that for me, Stella?
Absolutely.
Whilst I just
Mix
stir
that
this
up.
around.
Okay.
So this is the mince that's gonna be mixed with the jollof rice
Okay.
to make the jollof arancini.
Okay.
And then we're gonna sort of like, how do you say? We're gonna coat it in our local breadcrumbs,
Okay.
local breadcrumbs,
Yeah.
and then deep fry them.
Ready to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm adding in my mince.
Okay.
Okay. And then I'm going to put a cube stock.
Okay.
Okay. Just one of those.
And mash it up.
And of course, I like my food quite spicy because in Sierra Leone we do eat a bit
Both of
spicy.
us.
So let's have a dollop of the nene koro.
Okay.
Voilà. Sierra Leone nene koro. And voilà.
And I must tell you, the smell is just
It's to die for, I know.
tempting. It's tempting.
Well, you can tell.
So if you're a foodie like myself, I'm sure this is something you will find quite interesting.
And it's also, Stella, it's also nice to have parties when you have parties.
Okay.
This is so easy to do.
Okay.
Just do your jollof rice. You could even use fish as well.
Okay.
And if you don't have pine nuts, like I said, egusi. So
Egusi,
we're
okay.
going to dump in our pine nuts.
Okay.
If we can get a shot of that, that'd be nice. And my seasoning.
Seasoning.
Again.
Okay.
And then my oregano comes in last.
Okay.
Okay. So
And that's all mixed.
so that's all mixed.
Okay. Yes. The
Well,
heat is on.
let me see.
The heat is on.
Okay.
There we
The
go.
heat is on. These pine nuts, I did not roast these ones because when I brought them from Brussels, they're slightly a bit dehydrated.
Okay,
so
so
it's
that's
better not to
fine.
roast it. But
Okay.
but if you have fresh ones, do roast them.
Okay.
So I'm dropping in my pine nuts.
More of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
So when do the
This comes in at the last minute,
okay.
so would you kindly, thank you. So, it's the pine nuts going in. Like I said, if you don't have pine nuts, you can use egusi.
Okay.
Egusi is not only one way to cook. You can I've done egusi pesto, as in egusi, patmenji, garlic,
Really?
and cheese. I've done egusi pesto, yes.
with cheese?
With cheese, egusi, I mean, it's a bag. It's a vegan. Yes.
That's
We should
interesting.
not be scared if we don't have ingredients, because some of these ingredients we really don't find them in Sierra Leone. You can use nuts.
no.
You can use, if you're allergic to nuts, you can use other things. I mean, there are lots.
You can make.
That's why the fusion comes in. So
Okay.
now I put in my oregano.
Oregano.
There you go.
Stir that up.
Yeah. And then we'll let that for a while and put some spring onions and let that cook. And then we'll start plating later on. So watch this space.
Okay.
Okay, so as you can see, Stella, I'm just going to do you a bowl.
So basically that's the...
That's the mince that goes
all
with...
cooked up.
All cooked up.
Okay.
That's the mince for the arancini. So I'll just take a spoon of this and just basically blend it together.
Okay.
And then I would add some of my patmenji buds, or patmenji if you want.
Okay.
It's full of flavor. Full of flavor. Look at that.
And it smells good.
So now we're gonna coat them in our local. I've got my local breadcrumbs. You know, it's already more like them red and yellow and fantastic. And then 1 egg.
Okay.
I just wanted to make a point before I forgot. This I used just the fen rice, broken basmati.
Okay.
But you can use any rice, or even if you want to upgrade your stuff, you can use the actual risotto rice that the Italians use.
Okay.
But since we're in Sierra Leone, we go local. Fair rice.
Okay.
As long as
Keep
it's
it
tasty.
local.
Keep it local, keep it nice, keep it tight. Yeah. Okay. So now we've done that. Now I'm going to make my bowls, my arancini bowls.
Okay.
So now a scoop. You can also use, depends on your size that you want to use really. You can have them smaller. I like them hand size, especially when you're having dinner, like an aperitif before dinner or before lunch, a lunchtime thing. So it's nice and rolled. I'm going to sort of like dip it in the egg.
Okay.
See my bowl?
Okay.
The egg. Nice in the egg. And then in the breadcrumbs. And now we've got a perfect arancini.
And then you just deep fry them.
And then you deep fry them. Okay.
So this is it, and then you just deep fry them, and it's good
to go. And then you can even use, like if you're in Sierra Leone, you can even use a bit of pepper sauce mixed with your sauce that you want with it. If not, it's a good bite on its own. Because
wonderful.
Yes.
I can't wait for us to test.
Oh, I can't wait for you as well. I know.
So I guess we're just gonna have to head up.
All right,
Head up,
and then
we
do that interview.
basically just get to talk a little bit more and get to know more about Renata.
Okay.
This is of course On the Spot, and this is with my guest Renata, who is a fusion chef and a musician and an author. We'll be back. This is On the Spot.
Domestic revenue mobilization is a key instrument for the government of Sierra Leone in reducing poverty, increasing financial independence, achieving middle income status, and charting the path for new directions. From supporting the free quality education, good roads, healthcare, electricity, and more.
Domestic revenue mobilization is very critical when it comes to national development.
Through the Asikoda World, we have developed beautiful management tools. We have also developed systems in which it will bring transparency and help to the importer, to the broker.
iTax is a platform for all your domestic taxes. The electronic cash register system is the game changer.
Let's support government by paying our taxes. For more information, visit the nearest NRA office or log on to our website www.nra.gov.sl.
Hello?
Hello, Mr. Abu. I am calling for your rental tax payment.
Oh my goodness.
Hello? This is a call from the...
Your colleague is on the other line. Can you just please hold?
You are a landlord or property agent. You don't hear about rental income tax. As property owner or agent where they collect rent, the law say you for pay tax and you tax identification number where they call team you they use for pay am.
Yes, me fumble them. The law say without this tax identification number, you not go able to pay your tax. And if you not pay your tax, the law go bet you tranga one. Welcome, sir. Please sit.
Thank you.
We don't make them easy for you now. The law say, since you the collect rent we pass 7.2 million leons, you for come to NIA and pay your rental tax just after where your tenants don't pay you done.
So no more calls from everywhere.
You go just get one SMS or one phone call. We go remind you, sir.
Thank you very much.
For no more, go to any NIA office near you or visit www.nia.gov.sl.
Remember, paying taxes is required by law.
Welcome back. I am still with my guest, Renata Mang-Kaprr, at the Paulo's Echo Lodge in Bobo Village. Beautiful place, I must say. And so now we have had the food. You made, what did you call it again?
This is jollof arancini bowls, basically.
Okay.
It's a fusion dish. I used Italian and Afro. It's an Afro-fusion food.
Okay. So I guess before we actually start the whole conversation, I am itching to actually taste this and see what it tastes like.
Okay.
Yes.
There you go.
Thank you. There we go. And then of course you can see the presentation as well. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
My first question is, what is or who is a fusion chef?
Well, basically, a fusion chef, for me, my fusion chef is because I do Afro food. Fusion chef means a mixture of different influences in recipes and in ingredients mixed around the world. But I'm a fusion chef, I'm an Afro-fusion chef, which I incorporate African ingredients with the rest of the world, basically. Especially, as you know, in Sierra Leone, obviously there's some countries that you have that only eat meat in one sauce. In Sierra Leone, we mix meat, fish, chicken, and stuff like that, yeah.
First of all, I must say this is really tasty. I love it. So how did you get into this whole thing? You're a chef, you're a musician, and you're also an author. But let's start with the chef. How did you get into cooking?
Right. Well, I started cooking basically when I was 9 years old. I discovered that I really loved food.
8 or 9?
About 8, 9.
Okay,
I think.
go ahead.
Yeah, probably slightly a bit earlier, but I remember during my summer holidays my grandmother's from Lone Sao, so we used to live in Freetown. So my mother's summer holidays, they'll take us to Lone Sao. My mother never let me cook in Freetown because she always said, hey, when I pull out of the kitchen, it go burn itself, and I always loved staying in the kitchen. So during my summer holidays, I go to Lone Sao. My grandmother, she had a big space, outdoor kitchen, whilst we didn't have an outdoor kitchen in Freetown. At that time, we had our kitchen indoors. And so my grandmother would basically just let us what we want to do. And since she's Muslim, so one year we went, it was Ramadan time. So all the ladies were at the back preparing to break fast. So I was with the ladies and I saw them, cooking fish and things like that. I was sitting there watching how they were doing. And the next day I said to my grandmother, I want to do the iftar, I want to do the iftar because I want to do the same thing, the stew that one of the ladies did. So then my grandmother said, okay, you go to the market yourself, let the ladies go with you to the market. And I went to the market and I cooked it exactly the same way. And then my grandmother took me seriously, and then it just snowballed, actually.
Okay. Yeah. So how did you get to the point where you decided you weren't just going to be a chef, but an Afro-fusion chef?
Well, yes, an Afro-fusion chef, I decided that about 15 years ago, because then I realized, there are lots of, I like my culture. I like my African culture, not only because I'm Sierra Leonean, it's not only that. In Africa, even with different countries, even though I'm more closer to West African food, I live in Brussels, so I have people from Central Africa, East Africa, we have Congo, the Democratic Republic of Congo, so they eat a lot of kind of different style from what we eat. I'm based in Brussels, I've been based in Brussels for 27 years. So I decided, why not bring all these flavors together? And with my travels as well, because I do a lot of traveling. And why not bring these flavors and incorporate them with African ingredients? And then the fusion started, the Afrofusion started.
So how has that journey been like for you?
Oh, it's been really incredible. It's been really, really incredible. Especially the last 3 years has been incredible because obviously from 2013 I came to Sierra Leone.
Okay.
I stayed there during the Ebola. I actually came to nurse my mom who passed away, unfortunately, 4 years back.
May his soul rest in peace.
Thank you. And I stayed during the Ebola period. So obviously there was a lot of cooking done
going on.
As in the fusion side.
Yeah.
Obviously I like cooking. I cook every day. Cassava leaf, potato, anything, just bring out the cooker. And then I ran my uncle's resort, which is called the Baisuba Resort.
Okay.
As a manager and a head chef.
And where's that?
That's Lonsar.
Lonsar. Okay.
Yes. It's called the Baisuba Resort. And so those 3 years spent here were not lost in a way, but when I went back to base, which was Brussels, and I decided this is time for me to catch up, in a way that now I really know my own country food. Let me take it over there and start building up recipes around African cuisine.
So how receptive have the Western culture or the Western people been to your food, your kind of food?
Oh my God, they absolutely love it. They absolutely love it. I mean, I'm lucky enough that whatever I sort of like, I come up with recipes because I always
create your recipes.
I create my own recipes. So I'm always cooking in my head anyway. You understand? If I can't sleep, I literally lie there and start cooking. I'll go to the market, buy the pepper, whatever. So it gives me that creativity. And then living in Belgium is cosmopolitan as well. Mm-hmm. So we've got Italian, Spanish, it's the EU. So it gives me that scope to use Spanish cuisine, French cuisine, Belgian cuisine, Congolese, and so far so good. They always, the only thing that some people don't like is when I do things with manioc, fufu.
Fufu,
yes,
okay.
Because they think now people are very conscious of their food. So there's like, there's too much cyanide. They don't like also when I incorporate, for example, palm oil.
Palm oil, okay.
Because there's some dishes where I do canapes. I can use alioli.
Okay.
This is alioli, but I can use alioli with palm oil. So now people are more conscious of what they're eating. Cultures are changing. Mm-hmm. We are changing. Africa is moving also. Africa is moving in food, not only fusion. We've got great chefs from Ghana, from Nigeria, from Cameroon. Africa is coming, so I want to be part of that.
And as you talk about the movement of Africa,
I
know that you've traveled to a lot of places. I would say you've traveled the world, you've traveled the world to perform.
Yes, I do.
Because you're a musician.
Yeah, I do.
How did the music, a performing artist, where did that come from?
Oh, long story. Well, basically it started from my brother, who started to, basically when we were young, also living in Africa, in Sierra Leone, Freetown. We had uncles who used to have parties. Okay. My brother and I, we always liked to sing. My mother used to work for the UN at that time, so she'd bring back vinyls like James Brown, Sex Machine, Stevie Wonder at that time, the old soul, jazz stuff. We used to just sing along to them, and then we'll perform at birthday parties or parties what my uncle's adults used to organize. So it just picked up from then, and then my brother decided to become a full-time musician. And then I was his first manager, and then my ex-husband was his manager, so it just snowballed, actually. And
I know that you perform as well with your husband as well,
yes, I do that. We have a band together, a reggae band together. I'm an MC. I write my own texts. I do rap, and
You rap?
I rap as well. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's strictly reggae. It's called the Tribute to Bob Marley Band. We've been going now for the last 7 years.
Okay. Yeah. So how have you been able to combine both the music and the food?
Well, it's really funny, especially in Brussels, because sometimes I get a gig and then they call me to do the food. And sometimes I do the food
and you got
our
the
band is playing. So I
Wonderful.
get to do the food, and then the band will play perhaps the first set, and then the second set I will join them for 3 songs. So most of the time my food goes as well
together with the
reggae band.
That's a good combination.
It is.
So we're going to jump over now, because you are a woman of many talents. You are also an author. You've written a book. But of course this is on the spot, and I have here with me Renata Mang-Kaprr, and we'll take a break. We'll be back.
Domestic revenue mobilization is a key instrument for the government of Sierra Leone in reducing poverty, increasing financial independence, achieving middle income status, and charting the path for new directions. From supporting the free quality education, good roads, healthcare, electricity, and more.
Domestic revenue mobilization is very critical when it comes to national development.
Through the Asicoda World, we have developed beautiful management tools. We have also developed systems in which it will bring transparency and help to the importer, to the broker.
iTax is a platform for all your domestic taxes. The electronic cash register system is the game changer.
Let's support government by paying our taxes. For more information, visit the nearest NRA office or log on to our website www.nra.gov.sl.
Hello?
Hello, Mr. Abu. I am calling for your rental tax payment.
Oh my goodness.
Hello? This is a call from the...
Your colleague is on the other line. Can you just please hold?
You know a landlord or property agent? You don't hear about rental income tax? As property owner or agent where they collect rent, the law say you for pay tax, and are you tax identification number where they call team you they use for pay am.
Yes, me fumble them. The law say without this tax identification number, you no go able pay your tax. And if you not pay your tax, the law go bet you tranga one. Welcome, sir. Please sit.
Thank you.
We don't make them easy for you now. The law say, since you the collect rent we pass 7.2 million leons, you for come to NIA and pay your rental tax just after we your tenants don't pay you done.
So no more calls from everywhere, eh?
You go just get one SMS or one phone call. We go remind you, sir.
Thank you very much.
For no more, go to any NIA office near you or visit www.nia.gov.sl.
Remember, paying taxes is required by law.
So welcome back. This is On the Spot, and I have with me Renata Mang-Kaprr, who is an Afrofusion chef, musician, and an author. So just before we went on the break, we were just about to talk about your book, the fact that you write. I know you've written the book, but before we get to the book now, how did writing come about for you as well?
Well, coming back to the same thing, it's like this year alone, I've done 80 recipes. Last year, I did another 80. So I said to myself, why not put it in a book? Because because lots of people are asking me, you know, how when I do my pictures, because I do food art as well. As you see the book, when I show you the book, all photos are done by me, all platings are done by me. Basically, I'm self-made in the sense of photography is by me as well. So they're always asking me, how do you do this? How do you do that? I said, you know something? Let me do a book. So I decided to do, and then I got, I'm in a publishing house with a German publishing company. It's called People's Publication. So they said to me, okay, why not let's do a book together? And I said, Yes, why not?
And we've got the book here, so let's bring this book out. You know, everyone's got to see the book.
That's it.
So this is it, Renata's Afrofusion cuisine.
Yes.
Wonderful. And I'm going to read here.
Yeah, okay.
This book is dedicated to the love and memory of my mother, Mrs. Mariam Judith Tana. I got it right? Tana Kamara. A beautiful one, and it contains 20 recipes of 60 in total.
Yeah.
Out of all these recipes, which would you say is probably your favorite, your most favorite recipe?
Oh my God. You know, with cooks or musicians, they always say the last song that you did was the best song.
Okay.
I'd say the last food that I did, which is this for you,
which is very tasty, by the way.
It's my best one. But I quite like the challenge of using African ingredients like the fonio, which is funde.
Funde.
Yeah. I like those. And I like also using our local rice, the wala rice.
Wala rice.
Which is quite healthy.
I just opened it. Wala rice risotto with African dried mushrooms.
Yes, exactly.
Saffron tiger prawns and coconut water. I mean, this looks beautiful. And this is all your creation, your recipe.
My recipe, my creation, my photography, my plating. It's 100% me. Don't mean to brag.
Wonderful. And today as well, you're going to be launching this book in a very special event, which is also doubling as a wine tasting event.
Right.
And for this, you're collaborating with a woman, a young super woman,
young businesswoman that lives in Holland.
Vina Marie.
Vina Marie. Yes,
so how did that come about for you? You know.
Well, I mean, this year has been really incredible as well. I worked with a few Sierra Leoneans in the catering.
Yeah.
And then I'm on Instagram. So any of you, I have my Facebook page, which is Renata's Afrofusion Facebook page. It's only for cooking.
Okay.
And then I'm on Instagram called Renata's Fusion. Sorry, Renata's Cuisine on Instagram. I'm more on Instagram because it's a platform where I find a lot of chefs around the world that we can exchange notes.
And is that where you found Marie as well?
I found Marie through mutual friends on Facebook, and then I found her on Instagram.
Okay.
So on Instagram we became friends. Of course, you know, Sierra Leone is very small. Yeah. So we have like 60 mutual friends together. And then I realized that she does wine. So I said,
Sierra Leone wine. That's really, for me, that's really profound. It's really strong, yeah.
And so we decided, you know, why not collaborate? You know, we're two women coming from abroad. We're African. We're here to promote Sierra Leone. It's not about me writing that book and put it on your face.
Yeah.
It's about representing Africa and your country and where you're from and being
wonderful.
So we decided to, and women working together as well.
Beautiful. So where can people grab a copy of your book?
Well, what I did was the hardback is coming out on Amazon in March.
In March, okay.
This version especially, I did it specially for Sierra Leone. You can only get it in Sierra Leone. The reason why I did that, not everybody can afford
the hardback.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want my food to reach out to everybody who's a foodie, and the price is very reasonable. And some of the proceeds will go to my favorite charity. Okay. So I'm not here to also make money out of my book. I'm also here to give back to my country.
So where can they grab a
They can
copy?
grab one now here because it's almost sold out. Half of my friends who came abroad for holidays are hunting me down for the book.
But you're going to have more supplies very soon.
Yes, there are more supplies very soon. It's going to be more supplies in Freetown. This for the launching. I have who's here.
Okay.
First come, first serve.
All right. So as we talk about the luncheon, all your guests are here. The people are here, and they cannot wait to taste the food and also the wine.
Of course.
So of course we are at the luncheon of Renata Afrofusion Cuisine Cookbook. And it's all 100% her recipe. So, and it's also doubling as a wine tasting event. Sierra Leone wine from Italy. From Italy. So we're going to head over now to her guest before everyone begins to wonder where on the spot has kind of hidden her or probably stolen her or something.
Stella's taking me
so this is On the Spot. We have more. Keep watching. We'll be back.
Domestic revenue mobilization is a key instrument for the government of Sierra Leone in reducing poverty, increasing financial independence, achieving middle income status, and charting the path for new directions. From supporting the free quality education, good roads, healthcare, electricity, and more.
Domestic revenue mobilization is very critical when it comes to national development.
Through the Asicoda World, we have developed beautiful management tools. We have also developed systems in which it will bring transparency and help to the importer, to the broker.
iTax is a platform for all your domestic taxes. The electronic cash register system is the game changer.
Let's support government by paying our taxes. For more information, visit the nearest NRA office or log on to our website www.nra.gov.sl.
Hello?
Hello, Mr. Abu. I am calling for your rental tax payment.
Oh my goodness.
Hello? This is a call from the...
Your colleague is on the other line. Can you just please hold?
You are a landlord or property agent? You don't hear about rental income tax? As property owner or agent where they collect rent, the law say you for pay tax and you tax identification number where they call team you they use for pay am.
Yes, me fumble them. The law say without this tax identification number, you no go able to pay your tax. And if you not pay your tax, the law go bet you tranga one. Welcome, sir. Please sit.
Thank you.
We don't make them easy for you now. The law say, since you the collect rent we pass 7.2 million leons, you for come to NIA and pay your rental tax just after where your tenants don't pay you done.
So no more calls from everywhere.
You go just get one SMS or one phone call. We go remind you, sir.
Thank you very much.
For no more, go to any NIA office near you or visit www.nia.gov.sl.
Remember, paying taxes is required by law.
So as you know, Renata is launching her book today and she's doing it in collaboration with an amazing Sierra Leonean called Vino Marie, who is in the business of wine, or probably the wine business. She's here and I'm about to catch up with her and have a chat.
Stella.
Hello, Vino. It's
Nice to meet
Marie,
you.
Vino Marie.
Marie, yeah.
It's good to meet you. First of all, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about yourself, Marie.
Well, I'm Mariam Kamara. That's my name. I'm originally from Sierra Leone and I live abroad.
Okay.
And I love Sierra Leone so much. I come very often to Sierra Leone. And for the past 2 years ago, I see that we have lots of nice, fresh, organic food, and something that was missing was a good wine to go with the food.
Yes.
And basically that's when Vino Marie was born. And I decided to change this and make sure the Italian like a good way of life and to bring that good life to Sierra Leonean people. So I cooperated with the Italian company in Italy in the area called Veneto, where all the wines are produced. Prosecco, red, white, and I collaborated with the owners, and it's a family business, and we source it from the beginning, from the grapes to the end of the production for Sierra Leone.
For Sierra Leone.
Yes.
So just to understand, let me understand this. So basically, this wine, we can see, it's like your formula. It's like it's basically like how you want it to be for Sierra Leone.
Yes, for Sierra Leone.
So this is made specifically for you.
It's made specially for me.
Sierra Leone.
Yes.
So technically, this is a Sierra Leonean wine.
It is indeed.
An Italian Sierra Leonean wine.
Yes.
And it is called?
Vino Marie.
Vino Marie. You know, this will bring me to my next question, which is, I mean, we all know those who go into winemaking and those who are like professional wine tasters, if that's the right word to use.
Yeah.
They've got a history with wine. They understand wine. Is that the same for you?
Yes, I do. I understand wine. I love food, and to have a good food, you need a good wine to accompaniment together. And I think that was really missing in Sierra Leone. And I wanted us to have the good life. As a country, we've been through so much in life with the Ebola, with the war.
Yes.
And we also very resilient. We still want to have fun and enjoy ourselves. So I thought of then Vino Marie needs to be free time for celebration, for romantic time with your loved ones, for family meeting.
Okay.
And
yeah. So now you've mentioned about celebration, loved ones, and everything. Let's just talk now quickly, because I see there are different wines here. There are different types. So just run us through quickly on the wines and you know the.
This one, it's the Prosecco. So it's the champagne of Italy.
Okay.
So this is quite zesty. It's very, very good and light. It's fresh. It's mainly used for celebration. Like if you have an occasion, you toast, and it's used for aperitif before your meal.
Okay.
And it's very nice with light food, like fish and stuff like that.
So this goes very well with fish.
This goes very well with
celebration. Fish. Okay. And this one is?
This is the Cabernet. This is actually quite robust. It's a really rich wine, and it's dry.
Okay.
So the difference between the Cabernet and the Merlot is they're both dry, but the Merlot is very mild and a bit of the sweet taste to it.
Okay.
So it depends what you want. So the kind of family wine, but then this is a bit
sweeter
the
than
Merlot
this
than
one.
the Cabernet. Yeah.
Okay. I think that this one.
This is the Pinot Grigio.
Yeah.
This is the white wine.
Okay.
These are very, very cold, and it goes well with fish. It goes well with chicken, vegetarian meal.
Okay.
And this is really, really good for fish as well.
Okay.
It's very, very nice.
Okay.
It's got a lemony. It's quite nice and dry.
Okay.
Yeah.
So under the Vino Marie brand or range, you have 1, 2, 3, 4.
I have 6. There's
6.
one more, yeah.
Okay. Wonderful.
Yeah.
So
that's more the house wine.
That's the house wine.
Basically wine you drink every day at home.
At home. Okay.
Yeah.
So what's a house wine in terms of why is it a house wine?
It is a house wine because it's something that's good. But it's basic. It's something you can drink every day without worrying. Oh, it's expensive.
Okay.
But you can have it. You can have it with any of your meals.
Wonderful. Wow.
Yeah.
And clearly, obviously, the fact that you decided to go into wine, into the business of wine, was because there weren't really good brands in Sierra Leone.
No.
So that means that this wine must be good.
They're
your
very,
brand.
very good. And I'm proud of them. It's very good wine, high quality for a very competitive price.
Okay.
So it's really reasonable and affordable.
So for people who are wondering, I mean, is this wine already available in Sierra Leone?
It is ready available in Sierra Leone.
Okay.
I have my guy you can contact. 24 hours we deliver.
Okay.
Even if you call us at 2 in the morning, we will deliver. They make sure every Monday we go to the people I do business with, and if they run out of wine, we make sure they have wine ready. Yeah,
okay.
we supply.
And how about the hotels and the restaurants? Do they carry your range?
Most of the hotels carry my wine. Radisson Blue, Home Suite, Toma, Atlantic. Basically, most of the hotels and businesses carry my wine.
And what's been the review? Like, what's been the feedback from them?
It's been very, very good. I sold out, so that's a good thing.
Really?
And my container just arrived with the next one.
Congratulations! Wonderful.
So it's been really, really good. And last but not least, I want to talk about my last one.
Okay, go ahead.
This is one of my favorite wines.
Okay.
It is the Primitivo. And
Yeah.
This is the Primitivo.
Okay.
And this one is not from the Veneto area where I get the rest of the wine.
Right.
This is from Puglia in the south of Italy.
Okay.
And this wine is very, very full-bodied, rich, dark red. And this goes with
red
all
wine.
your goat meat.
This is red wine.
This is red, and it's a very good one.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's
beautiful. So now, before we actually get to taste this wine, I'm gonna give you guys my honest opinion. So don't worry, you're gonna trust me here. For people who are watching, and even restaurants and maybe businesses that would like to carry your line, how can they go about getting your brand?
Oh, they can contact me directly on my website, vinomari.com. It's got all the wines in there, and it's got biography of the wine, explanation of each wine, and the contact details. So you can, and phone numbers, everything is on the website.
So we're just definitely going to drop all the information so people can know where to grab this wine. So I guess because this is a book launch and a wine tasting event. So we're going to start with the wine tasting. You see, there's a technique to pour in the wine. There we go. Okay. So this is champagne.
Yeah, this is the Italian champagne, Prosecco.
Prosecco, and you see the bubbles, and smells good. Smells absolutely beautiful.
So cheers!
Cheers! I think this is probably one of the best wines, champagnes I've ever had. To be honest, I'm not saying this because she's my guest, but yeah, pour some more. You gotta pour some more. This is really nice. I love it, and I guess this is going to bring me to the question of, this is a collaboration with Renata.
Yes.
Book launch.
Yes.
And wine tasting. How did you get to meet Renata? How did you guys?
Oh, Renata is the yin and yang. We're the both two crazy people ever. I love her so much. I met her through friends of mine. I liked her style, her personality. She's just a happy camper. And I'm so honored to collaborate something like this with Renata. She's like the best international chef I know. Fusion chef.
So I then think it's a good mix because you've got the fusion chef and then you've got the wine. Is this like the first collaboration, or is this the first of many more to come?
Many more to come, definitely. This is the first collaboration with Renata, but I love working with her, and I think will be many more to come.
So do we expect to see any more events in Sierra Leone? Anything planned for 2020?
We're gonna be on Wednesday at the Vanity Lounge. There'll be lots of wine there from my collection. You get a free bubbly when you enter.
So
as night on Wednesday at the Vanity Lounge.
So there's a free wine. So as we talk about free, I love my viewers. I love my fans, and I know we had a discussion, and then you had said you are quite excited about gifting one of the lucky person.
Yes.
Let me let you do the honor to do the honors for us.
Okay, so we're gonna do a.
I'm gonna do it. So basically, I don't know which wine you want to gift to a lucky viewer, and you're gonna tell us why you are choosing that wine. I'm sure there must be a reason why you want to give that particular wine to someone lucky viewer out there.
So for the lucky viewer, they're gonna have a champagne, a Prosecco.
That's the one
That's the one we're drinking, and it's a wine for celebration, so they can celebrate with their family, loved ones, and friends. So the lucky winner
gets to walk away with this. So basically, all you need to do is you've got to go onto Vino Marie's page on Instagram, on Facebook, and also head on as well to a social media and just let us know that, of course, we definitely are going to be checking. And let us know what you love about the whole conversation and why we should give you this wine. And don't forget that you're going to be celebrating to the launch of I don't know if this is the first ever Sierra Leonean wine. I stand to be corrected, but it's the first.
It's the first one, especially for Sierra Leone.
Yes, so this is the first one, and I must tell you, it's an amazing one. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And here is to progress, to long life, and to taking this brand global. When I mean global, we want it as big as the biggest wine that we know in the world. So cheers to that.
Cheers.
So of course, this is still on the spot. We'll be back.
you all very much for joining us on these special occasions of two Sierra Leonean ladies celebrating two different things, but collaboration is very important. We have Vino Marie wines by Mariam, and we have Afrofusion cuisine by Renata.
We're going to start with soup, a cold soup, which is potato leaves, sweet potato, celery, wild mushrooms, and truffle. Okay, it goes with any type of wine. So let's start digging in. All right, enjoy.
All of these are from one area in Italy called Veneto, in the Trevisco area. And they are the family produce. I start with them from the grapes all to the way to the end where they bottle the drink. And here we have the Primitivo. And that's from Puglia in the south of Italy. This is a different place from the rest of the wine. This is very full-bodied and rich wine and very deep colored wine. This is good for your goat meat or meat, any meat dish. It goes well with it. So first we'll start with the celebration, and that's the Prosecco.
I can say hi, I'm Sweeta Dean, and I'm excited to be here at the book launch of Renata's African fusion food, and I've tasted it. We had a tasting the other day, it was amazing.
Hello, my name is Bangura, and I own this place. I've had this place like for 15 years. I told my friend Renata and Mariam to host their event here because it means so much to me, and we need to help each other as Sierra Leonean. That's why I allowed them to celebrate and to launch their event here. It's launching a fusion cuisine, and Mariam is launching a wine from Italy, different region in Italy, from the south of Italy, which produce lovely wine, Prosecco, red wine, and sparkling wine, which is this Prosecco, which we say like the French wine, which is a champagne. So I'm very happy to be here today to have these beautiful people all around. Thank you very much.
Trust me, the food, the wine, beautiful. So I have still with me Renata Mang-Kaprr. I love that name, Mang-Kaprr. I think it's very touche.
It's a very antique name. You don't find a lot of Mang-Kaprrs anymore.
Around. Okay, so before we let you go, we're just going to have you share with the people 3 things that you've stood by. 3 things that have brought you this far, and probably what you would like to say to those who are watching us right now.
Well, basically, what I want to say is, first of all, I give thanks and praise to the Almighty for giving me this talent. And if you're talented in whatever you're doing, just keep on pursuing it.
Yeah.
Hard work does pay off eventually. Do not give up. And yeah, just go for it, really. And you don't have to compare yourself to others.
Absolutely.
Because and also try to collaborate with other people. Everybody learn from each other. What I might know, you might not know. If there are any chefs out there, please do collaborate. Musicians, collaborate.
All right. Well, thank you so much. It's been a really beautiful experience here, watching you and the book and tasting your food and even the wine as well. We wish you all the best, and wish you all the best in the sales of this book. And what I know for sure is one lucky person is going to be walking home with this book. All you need to do is of course go on, like her page, all the information is going to be down there.
Exactly.
And then head on to our social media handles and tell us why you need to win this copy of this book. This is of course On the Spot. Coming up next on My Final Words. In my final words, just as Steve Jobs said, your work is going to fill a great part of your life. And the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. And if you haven't found it yet, keep looking. No matter where you are now or what you are doing, there's that one thing you've always been passionate about. Start today, no matter how small. And as you keep working on it, eventually it just may become your path to happiness and fulfillment. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to join our online community and also find us on www.onthespotwithstella. Well, until next week when we will be back, stay fabulous.
Shining on the area from way up in the air, and different ways and different cheers for this year. I saw you wanna blast with Shakespeare, the streets of America, the summer and time. Guess what? I said we're all doing fine. Here, where I see the sun clear, shining on the area from way up in the air. Different ways and new cheers for this year. I saw you wanna blast with Shakespeare, the streets of America.
That was amazing. Thank you so much. It's been amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having us in your place.
Thank you.
And wow, from the food to the song, it's just amazing. And I can only wish you all the best. Thank you.
It's been a great Stella.
It's been a great one.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.